Hey there viewers, you've heard all about the benefits of tomatoes, from improving your heart health, rejuvenating your skin, to boosting your metabolism. And of course, the fact that they make your pizzas, pastas, and salads way tastier. But did you know that tomatoes were once considered to be a toxic food? Tomatoes can have dangerous effects on your health when eaten in excess. Let's discuss 15 side effects of eating too many tomatoes. From digestive troubles to diarrhea to kidney problems, even tomatoes can cause some serious harm to your body. We're talking all that and more. Number 1. Kidney problems. Tomatoes have properties which remove toxins from your system. However, excessive consumption of tomatoes can be bad for your kidneys. This is because consuming too many will increase the level of potassium in your body. And high levels of potassium in your blood can lead to the increased risk of kidney problems, and even worse, symptoms of advanced chronic kidney disease. In addition to this, tomatoes are also rich in oxalates, and higher levels of these can give rise to kidney stones. Number 2. Infections and allergies. Tomatoes are rich in a complex compound called histamine. Histamine is the main reason behind those adverse allergic reactions. These reactions can occur immediately after you've consumed tomatoes. You may get symptoms like coughing, sneezing, skin reactions, and irritation in your throat, not to mention swelling in your face, mouth, and tongue. If you do get an allergic reaction, it's best that you avoid tomatoes completely, no matter how much you love its taste, to save yourself from aggravating these conditions any further. Number 3. Joint pain. Tomatoes naturally produce a toxin called solanine. This compound is responsible for building up calcium in your tissues, resulting in inflammation, swelling, and pain in your joints. As mentioned earlier, the histamine present in the tomatoes is released in the connective tissue of your joints, causing swelling and pain. Number 4. Acid reflux, heartburn. Tomatoes are acidic in nature, which can cause heartburn. They're packed with malic and citric acid, which makes your stomach produce excessive gastric acid. This gastric acid is responsible for the breakdown of your food. When the volume of acid increases, it's forced to flow up your esophagus, causing the symptoms of acid reflux and heartburn. In fact, even cooking tomatoes may not be much of a help in this regard. Tomatoes and tomato sauce are listed as a couple of foods that may trigger acid reflux. Tomatoes can also worsen the symptoms of GERD, or gastroesophageal reflux disease. It's best to stay away from acidic foods like tomatoes to avoid acid reflux symptoms. Number 5. Lycopenodermia. Tomatoes are an excellent source of lycopene, an important antioxidant that has a number of health benefits like reducing the risk of cancer and strengthening your eyes. However, excessive levels of lycopene in your blood can give rise to lycopenodermia. Lycopenodermia is a condition that causes deep orange coloration of your skin. Although this is not a health threat, it can definitely make your skin unattractive. You can reduce the level of lycopene in your blood by cutting down on the tomato consumption and eating it in moderation. Number 6. Body aches. As we mentioned earlier, tomatoes are rich in histamine. Histamine can easily be released into your tissues, which leads to swelling and joint pains when eaten in excess. Moreover, the alkaloid and solanine compounds present in tomato can build up inflammation in your body tissues, causing an increase in body pain. Also, tomatoes can increase the uric acid content of your body. This can cause tooth pain and leg aches, which are primary symptoms of increased uric acid. Number 7. Poisoning. No tomatoes themselves are poisonous, but their leaves, roots, and stem can be harmful. These tomato parts are rich in tomatine, an alkaloid that's mildly toxic to humans. It's not fatal and it won't kill you unless you chow down on pounds of it. In most cases, it'll lead to gastrointestinal problems, severe throat and mouth irritation, vomiting, dizziness, diarrhea, headaches, and mild spasms. The only way it can be fatal is if you're already allergic to tomatoes. Number 8. Urinary problems. About 94% of tomatoes' weight is water, but this does not necessarily make them good for your urinary bladder. Tomatoes are acidic in nature because of the presence of citric acid, and a high level of citric acid in the system can irritate your bladder, resulting in urinary incontinence. In certain cases, it can also cause cystitis, which is a burning sensation in the bladder. Number 9. Bloating or irritable bowel syndrome. If your stomach often feels bloated after a meal, you can point towards tangy tomatoes. The skin and seeds of tomatoes are indigestible. This can trigger irritable bowel movements that often lead to bloating. Tomatoes also host certain allergens that may cause or worsen the symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome. One of the most widely accepted reasons for intestinal problems are tomatoes. The best thing you can do is stop consuming them in large quantities. Number 10. Respiratory problems. Tomatoes are rich in antioxidants, which can be very beneficial for your respiratory system. However, not everyone can enjoy these benefits, especially if you're allergic. Tomatoes can cause breathing difficulties in certain individuals. They're also a leading cause in mold development, which lead to respiratory problems. Number 11. Heart problems. This occurs only if you are in the habit of eating canned tomatoes rather than fresh tomatoes. Canned tomatoes are rich in sodium. Too much sodium in your body increases the risk of heart disease. It also spikes your blood pressure, thereby causing heart problems. Number 12. Diarrhea. Being greasy and acidic in nature, tomatoes can make you run to the bathroom. They also contain an organism called Salmonella, which creates an upset stomach. In some cases, diarrhea can be accompanied by vomiting. A recent nationwide outbreak of Salmonella was found to be caused by contaminated tomatoes in a restaurant. Number 13. Hypotension. Due to the presence of potassium, tomatoes can help lower your blood pressure level from hypertension. But the exact opposite can occur when you eat too much, giving rise to the condition. It can cause symptoms like fatigue, lightheadedness, dizziness, nausea, clammy skin, depression, and blurry vision. If you're already taking medication for controlling high blood pressure, eating tomatoes can interfere with the functionality of these medicines, even increasing the risk of hypotension. If you're on blood pressure medication, you may want to consult a doctor before including tomatoes into your diet. Number 14. Prostate cancer. This is a problem which happens specifically in men due to the overconsumption of tomatoes. It can lead to the production of excess lycopene, which can cause extreme pain and difficulty in passing urine. This in turn will harm your prostate gland and lead to cancer. Number 15. Migraine. Tomatoes have been known to trigger migraines. This is due to the high amount of histamine which causes migraine pain. Tomatoes are also rich in the amino acid tyramine, one of the most common food triggers for migraines. According to experts, you can avoid 40% of migraines by making dietary changes and avoiding tomatoes. Have you ever felt any of these symptoms after eating too many tomatoes? Let us know in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you. Enjoyed this video? Hit like, share, and subscribe to Bestie. Wait, what kind of bestie would we be if we didn't tell you about our other awesome videos? Go ahead, choose the left or right video and enjoy.